From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on your MTN statewide news this Thursday. I'm Casey Conlon in for Andrea Lutz, and that is Miller Robson.
Howdy.
We start right away with today over in the Weather Center.
It's a very interesting day today. Depending on what side of the state you're on, you're either getting a winter storm or you're getting severe thunderstorms. Let's take a look. We've got all this moisture being funneled into the area. It's much colder on the western side. You can see temperatures in the 30s, even some 40s, and that's why we've got that snow, mountain snow. On the eastern side, we'll have temperatures in the 60s, 70s, and maybe even some 80s today. So depending on where you're at, it depends on whether you're going to get the snow or you're going to get maybe some of those heavy thunderstorms. You see, we have that winter storm warning in effect for central and southern Lewis and Clark, where you can see a lot of snow, especially up in the mountains. We've got winter weather advisories over to the west as well. And then we've got that severe outlook for especially southeastern corner of Montana. I'm going to tell you all about this coming up with the main forecast here in just a bit. Casey.
All right, thank you, Miller. Helena police have arrested a suspect in a string of vandalism incidents, including one that defaced the historic Cathedral of St. Helena. Police say 21-year-old Durbin Tabb was taken into custody yesterday on charges of felony criminal mischief and malicious intimidation. On Monday morning, police received reports that 5 buildings and 10 vehicles had been tagged with symbols and vulgar imagery. Investigators say the damage exceeded $10,000. According to a release, citizen and community partners provided information and video to police. The investigation is still open. Authorities say additional suspects have been identified. A fire that completely destroyed a Belgrade car wash early Sunday morning is now being investigated as arson. Officials have determined that an unknown person entered the mechanical room of the Rocky Mountain Car Wash on Jackrabbit Lane, ignited a fire, and fled. An employee at the nearby Jackpot Casino spotted flames after leaving work around 3:30 a.m. Sunday and called authorities. Central Valley Fire Marshal Bruce Hennequin said it took several hours for crews to extinguish flames that could be seen from Interstate 90. The Fire District and Belgrade Police Department continue to lead the investigation and ask that anyone with information contact either agency. A new law forcing state universities to allow guns on their campuses is being challenged in court. The Board of Regents is suing the state, saying the law violates its constitutional right to manage the university system. Leaders say they're attempting to overturn the law after receiving thousands of emails from people who are against it. But not everyone within the university system believes the regents are doing the right thing.
The issue here is not whether the legislative office or the Board of Regents has ultimate authority. What I believe is not open for debate is whether or not the board has the authority to override the Constitution of the United States. It does not have that authority.
Lawyers for the Board of Regents are expected to ask judges to block the law while fight progresses in court. House Bill 102 will be at least the 5th law passed by the 2021 legislature to face a court challenge over its constitutionality. There's more hope today in the fight to help missing and murdered Indigenous peoples, thanks to a new tool that will be unveiled this weekend. MTN's Coulter Anstead brings us details.
Right now we have this current website.
Drew Landry is the director of MMIP-MT, a new database created at Blackfeet Community College to raise awareness about MMIP cold cases and help law enforcement respond to new cases quickly. It will officially be unveiled at a town hall at the University of Montana on Saturday.
If somebody puts the name of their missing loved one in, we'll get this report. Immediately, an email also goes to Blackfeet law enforcement, and then we figure out where this person went missing. We contact that family member, and we walk them through filing their missing persons report.
The database was made possible in part thanks to the effort of the sister of Ashley Lori Heavy Runner to raise awareness about Ashley's disappearance from the Blackfeet Reservation in 2017.
Kimberly spoke with elected leaders. She went to Washington, D.C. I believe she worked with John Tester, and eventually legislation came around. So in 2020, there was a grant available for tribal colleges. We were able to acquire that grant.
AT&T and a company in Kalispell also contributed money to help the college.
I'm very excited because
Rhonda Connolly is looking forward to Saturday's unveiling. Her nephew was found dead 2 weeks after going missing from the reservation, and the family continues to search for answers.
we started compiling a list back in 2016. Belinda, Diana, and myself. And I'm kind of interested to see what they have.
Also since 2016, Connolly, Belinda Bolshew, and Diana Bird have been organizing walks to raise awareness about the MMIP crisis, hoping to get answers for families. The most recent was last weekend, and they say for the first time, the Blackfeet Tribal Council agreed to meet with some families in response Thursday.
I think it's a big progress, not only because the council responded, but I don't think it had to do just with the walk, but with prior to that. These families hopefully will get answers.
Bird believes more needs to be done at the state and federal level.
They're blaming, our police, which could mess up, I'm not sure, because, they don't share that with us. They said they can't give out any details to a case. The state can't give us what they came in and collected because it will interfere with the case that they never usually prosecute anyway.
A crisis that, like the fight to address it, isn't likely to go away anytime soon.
Thank you, Coulter. Plans to build a new hospital in Riverton, Wyoming just became more real as the local medical district announced a partnership with Billings Clinic. Clinic already has relationships in numerous Wyoming communities, including Basin, Lovell, Powell, and Cody. A spokesperson for Riverton Medical District called the partnership a huge momentum builder and a massive win. He praised Billings Clinic as a nationally recognized health system with a laser focus on advancing care in local communities. As companies rebound from the pandemic, many are turning to technology to perform repetitive jobs. A surge in e-commerce business led to more orders for self-driving machines and other automated systems. The Commerce Department says business spending on equipment increased more than 16% the first part of the year, which was twice as fast as the overall economy. Experts say President Biden's infrastructure plan may increase automation even more since it encourages companies to use cutting-edge technology. The Helena Big Brothers Big Sisters 2021 Wine Crush is set for Saturday, but due to ongoing pandemic issues, it will be virtual only for the second straight year. This year's theme, Unwind with Us, will have an hour live stream of inspirational stories, plus they'll have an online auction and virtual call for cash called 50K for 50 kids. To give it that Wine Crush feel, anyone can purchase a picnic basket with your choice of red or white, wine glasses, and more. Big Brothers Big Sisters says they learned a lot about hosting a fundraiser virtually last year and have made improvements this time around.
We are going to be filming at the Montana Club. We've got a professional crew coming in for that. We have a new system where you can bid and watch the event at the same time. You don't have to go back and forth. We're not doing it through Facebook. You don't have to have any sort of logins or codes or anything like that. So we've really improved the user experience.
Up next on the new news, a Bitterroot teen is learning that time on the golf course is leading to many opportunities, even the chance to caddy for a Hollywood star. The time is 12:08, but first, Miller's in next with your statewide active weather forecast.